Sometime around 2018, 2019, there were rumors that a game about Batman was in the works. Now, this had been years after the Arkham games had already dominated the market, and at this point, a lot of people were probably expecting that we were going to see another phenomenon of the Batman Arkham games. If anybody remembers, the Arkham games had pretty much redefined everything about superhero games in the market. And so it probably was a natural expectation that people were probably going to be getting something like this. But by and large, after a few months and years of waiting, we got some news that this game was going to be a game about the Bat family. The game was going to be called Gotham Knights. Welcome to the GamerDad channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be looking at Gotham Knights and we're going to be doing an overview. This is an interesting prospect and an interesting proposition. It's actually a game that's being developed by Warner Brothers Games Montreal, a studio that's pretty much done its work in the shadow of Rocksteady. Rocksteady being the people that were responsible for this game right here, the Arkham games. This is Arkham Knight, and Rocksteady, after making Arkham Knight, declared that they were ending the Batman series. So Gotham Knights has come in to fill this void, but taking its own spin and doing its own thing. Rather than having done a Batman game, the developers decided that they would do without Batman. A bold and gutsy move, I must say. And I have to tell you that so far so good, their work is still under a lot of scrutiny. But here's one thing that this game has actually been successful in doing. It's been successful in showing off exactly what kind of game it is. You can watch gameplay up to the tune of close to 25 minutes if you go ahead and total all of the gameplay that has been shown, and you can see different kinds of missions, side missions, quest lines for villains, and you can even see things as detailed as the skill trees of one of the protagonists in this game. To me, I think this is something that modern gaming is going to be, in a sense, forced to take notes from and eventually start to use as the blueprint for video game reveals. One thing about Gotham Knights that also makes it very interesting is, as some of you know on the GamerDad channel, I enjoy playing melee combat games. This is going to be a melee combat game, and I'm looking forward to every aspect of that. And I really want to go ahead and just get my hands on beating some more bad guys. For the longest time, I was able to complete the Arkham games in terms of story, but finally I beat Batman Arkham Knight to the tune of 240% completion. For those of you who may or may not know, this is an achievement that you actually do by beating the game twice and completing a lot of the tasks that you actually did in the very first playthrough. Thankfully, you don't have to necessarily do all of those other tasks, but it is still a huge task. And guess what the reward is? Some ugly bat suit that you get that has a gold emblem on the chest. It was worth doing, though. As a Batman fan, it's something that I really looked forward to doing. I would love to do it for the other Batman games, but at the same time, I look forward to playing something new. Now, I know that the GamerDad channel has also been focused on Tom Clancy's The Division for a long time, but I would love to start introducing some of my favorite type of games into this channel as well for some of the audience members that are interested in this. Right now, The Division is in somewhat of a slow state, so I want to take advantage of that time to showcase some other video games that I really do enjoy. And I think coming this holiday, we're going to be seeing some of those titles pop up on the channel, Gotham Knights possibly being the main one, because this is something that I've been interested in and following for a very long time. In fact, I feel very comfortable in terms of how I envision and look at this game, that I can pretty much answer as many questions as anybody might have based on the knowledge that has been given, and even from some knowledge within the community that I've actually been able to glean. So a lot of it is not necessarily what I know, it's just what has been shown and what the community has been crowdsourcing for the past even 3 years before we knew the title of the game. But by and large, if you're wondering where this game is right now, the game seems to be in a really solid place. In fact, they had promised that the game will come out on the 25th of October, only to find out that they were going to basically move the game up to the 21st, giving the game a 4-day release window in terms of how early it's going to be coming to fans. Also, if you wanted to go ahead and kind of see what in the world they're doing, the team at Warner Brothers Games Montreal is taking a month to reveal a lot of the details surrounding the game. They've chosen that they were going to reveal things like skills, reveal things like the suits and the skins and the abilities, looking at the skill tree in more detail in order for people to know exactly what this game is about. So coming during the holiday, if you're looking for a game and an RPG that might be worth your time, I think it's possible that this game will probably fill that void until maybe something more substantial that suits your needs or that is much more geared to you will get on the map. And I know some of you in the Division community are probably going to be playing this as well. And so I'll be excited to hear your thoughts and see what it is that you're looking forward to mostly about this video game. But thanks so much. This is just a preliminary video. I wanted to go ahead and just introduce the title and talk a little bit about it, but hopefully we'll be talking more extensively about some of the events going on and even some of the news updates that we're getting as the game is getting closer and closer to release. If you want to follow any of these, you can follow the Gotham Knights Twitter page. They'll just give you all the updates. You don't necessarily have to follow my channel, but it is a very good resource in terms of their Twitter account and their Instagram account if you're on Instagram. And anywhere maybe on the internet, you're going to be hearing a lot about this game, because this is a game that most people wanted to be Arkham at some point that did not turn out to be an Arkham game or is not going to be an Arkham game. And so it really does have a lot of weight in terms of the way the news cycle follows it very closely. But I'll leave this video here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this game if you've even never heard of it or if you're paying attention to it. And I'll be happy to engage in the comment section. So thanks guys for watching the video. I really appreciate y'all so much. And hopefully we'll talk soon. Peace out.